I'm here with e-boxing news, and my name's Errol Jarrett, and obviously you're Shawn Porter. Shawn's Showtime Porter. How's training going?
It's a very, very good. Training's going very good. Can you give me 1 second, please?
Okay.
Sure. Right, yeah, so basically how is training going, Shawn? You doing okay?
Yes, sir. Training is always great. It's always hard work, and I'm always happy when it's the end of the day.
That's brilliant. How's sparring going in particular?
I got Chris Pearson here sparring with me for this fight. Chris Pearson's he's a 12-0 prospect right now from my area. He's a southpaw, of course, and he's getting me ready, man. He's quick, he's fast, he's strong. He's a good left-handed fighter.
Very good, very good. So how do you feel about fighting Devin Alexander?
I'm excited, man. It's number one, it's a great opportunity, and number two, through all my assessments of Devin Alexander, I think it's a great shot, and it's something that I'm gonna go all out for, man, and I hope to bring that title home to Cleveland, Ohio.
Right, yeah. I've read that you and Devin Alexander have had previous beef. Is that true?
Small beef from when we were small kids, so long story short, it was a situation where we were at a tournament together. We weren't supposed to fight, and his coach and my coach got together and decided that we would fight, and some wrong information was exchanged, and Devin Alexander actually ended up being a year older than me or something like that, man. It's honestly, man, we were 8, 9 years old. The gloves felt like pillows back then. They're like bricks now, and he better look out.
I was gonna ask the question. So I saw in your box rec here that you used to fight at light middle, and like you've come down. Is it easy? Is it easy coming down on that weight? Coming into the welterweight division?
Well, you know what? I fought my entire open amateur career at 165, and I was ranked number one most of those years, and alternate on Olympic team at 165 too. So a lot of experience when I was a bigger guy playing football in high school. But since then, turning pro, coming down to 54 wasn't bad at all. And then, honestly, just the mental aspect, I would say, of coming down to 147 was pretty much the only struggle, as far as physically, in the gym and bringing the weight down hasn't been a problem at all. And the great part about it is I finally have a championship contention fight, and both mentally and physically I'm there for losing the weight to get down to 147. So it's a bit of a breeze. We have our hard days, but it's always worth it.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, like you pointed out, you're from Cleveland, Ohio. I say actually Akron. So that's LeBron's home state, right? LeBron James.
Yeah, man. I'm originally from Cleveland, born and raised. Moved up to the Akron area when I was a teenager, early teen, and so I tell everybody I rep Northeast Ohio because I've lived everywhere, I've trained everywhere, and I got friends everywhere. So shout out to LeBron. Maybe one day he'll get to one of my fights.
Well, definitely. I mean, look, man, you're gonna put Cleveland on the map with this win against Devin Alexander. I've got you winning the fight, man. Like. I don't know, to the fight fans right now, you're going to reveal any of your strategy to us. I mean, it could be a close, if it goes to the points, it'd be a close point card. I don't know, are you going for the knockout? What's your game plan going into the fight?
Well, obviously a knockout, I think, is any boxer's best fight or fight plan. But my whole thing right now is I'm working extremely hard in camp, and I'm working hard on my conditioning and my stamina and my power and my quickness and my speed, everything that it's going to take to beat Devin Alexander. And without going into too much detail on the game plan, we'll just say that I'm going to make it a rough 1 through 12 rounds, however many rounds it goes. He's probably going to be in one of the roughest matches of his life. I plan to get on him and stay on him until the bell rings every round.
One thing that you've not touched on is you've not fought the full 12 rounds, have you?
Only in the gym. You know what? But I think my first 10 rounder, might have been my 13th or 14th fight or something like that. I don't look at it like it's 12 rounds. I look at it like it's a world championship fight, and I got to do what I got to do to win.
So you think you can do it? Yeah, you're ready for that.
Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. More than.
Brilliant. So are you also ready to handle business for fight night?
Am I ready to handle business on fight night? Is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
Oh man, they don't call me Showtime Shawn Porter for nothing, man. Business, handling the business in the ring, that's what I do. That's the only thing I do, you know. So I got to put my all into that.
So you know, obviously, you know, we're from the UK, and you know, obviously, you know, I expect you to win this fight against Devin Alexander. Now, Kell Brook is number one contender for that belt. You might be looking to having a fight in the UK against Kell Brook. How do you feel about maybe having that fight? I know obviously you'll focus on Devin Alexander, but just, you know, this sort of maybe, how would you think about Kell Brook anyway and his last fight, if you saw it?
First and foremost, for me, nothing comes in for after this fight. I don't have any plans for after this fight, and I got nothing going on right now but training and preparing for this match. But, you know, I know that Kell Brook was in line to fight Devin a number of times, and the fight kept getting postponed or whatever. So, obviously, winning the IBF title, you know, somebody like Kell Brook would be, you know, another, you know, that next, you know, step for me because he was right there for Devin, and then also Amir Khan as well. Amir was just in line to fight Devin as well. So there's a lot of good talent out there in the UK. I'm fully aware of that, and I gotta handle business, man. Get this IBF title first, and you know, then I'll handle whoever's next after that.
Definitely. How do you feel about, obviously, like your dad's your trainer, right? That must be really good, you know. Like, obviously your dad's got your back. And how long's your dad been training you? Has he been training from the amateurs?
My dad's been training me my whole life, you know, and all my sports, everything that I've done, he's been there, you know, from beginning. See, like, hey, I'll get your number from Victor. But you know, the funny thing about it is we're getting to that point now. I'm 26 years old, just turned 26 last week, and we're getting to that point now where we kind of need a little bit of space from one another. But it's like we're in camp, and it's like, you know, I wouldn't feel right not having him around all the time, you know. So we're kind of in a phase right now where we're trying to figure out how we can, you know, do this thing and still have our time to ourselves and all that kind of stuff. But you know, training camp has always been great with him. Being prepared, he gets me prepared for anything I got going on, you know what I mean? So we're moving full speed ahead, ready for this fight. Definitely.
I mean, you had 276 amateur fights and you had 14 losses, right?
Yeah, something like that, man. I mean, there's so many. That's
pretty impressive now, you know. That's pretty impressive.
You know, yeah, those are some good numbers. They're pretty much on point with my record. But you know, to say the least, man, I've been on a number of world championship teams. I was on a number of international trips and alternate at the Beijing Olympics, the Pan American representative in 2007 in Brazil. You know what I mean? So I've got a lot of experience both here in the U.S. as far as abroad.
Yeah. And also, I read as well, you sparred Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto, is that correct?
A lot of experience with Manny Pacquiao. You know, people ask me, I've gotten the question, are you comfortable with southpaws? Before I was with Manny, I've always been comfortable with southpaws. I don't know why. It's just something about me. You know, a lot of orthodox fighters don't like fighting southpaws, or they have a problem with them, that just all that kind of stuff. Before I even got with Manny, it was no thing. And I mean, to be in the ring with somebody like Manny, I've probably done 50 plus rounds with the guy, getting him ready for two different championship fights. The one with Miguel Cotto as well with Shane Mosley, you know what I mean? So a lot of experience even on the professional level, you know what I mean? Coming into this fight, I don't think everyone, in the world is fully aware and of my capabilities and what I possess and what I can do and what I'm going to show you against, this guy, Devin Alexander. It's going to be a great fight, but I mean, you're going to see, a true champion, two true champions going at it in the ring. And trust me, I don't have, the resume that he has, but I do have the experience.
Definitely. Go European.
Yeah, I was just going to say, considering all the experience you've got with, southpaws and Devin Alexander being a tricky fighter, would you say you're being overlooked in this fight by a lot of the media?
I don't care. From what I've seen, yes, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I have to win the fight. I have to win this title. I have to beat Devin. If I don't, then who cares what anybody said? It just becomes he fought for the title. You know what I mean? So I don't care about anybody overlooking me. I'm sure Devin hasn't overlooked me. I'm sure he's aware of what he's about to get himself into, and I'm sure he'll be prepared. So I'm not looking at this fight like it's a pushover bout or like it's gonna be easy because I know it's not. Like you said, he's a tricky southpaw, he's a fast southpaw, quick southpaw, and he's got some experience. He knows what he's doing in the ring, so I'll be ready for everything he's got, though.
I'm sure that you've looked through some of his other losses in his records and the fights that he's supposedly lost. For example, Matisse probably beat him, and Kotelnik definitely beat him. You've been looking at those fights and thinking what you can take from them?
I've been looking at those fights. What I took from Bradley's fight is, you got to put some pressure on this guy. You gotta touch his heart as well as touching his face and his body, and and his mind as well, and just make him think about what he's getting hit with, and make him focus on that. That way, he's not focused on letting his fast hands go. And what I took from the Matisse fight is, one knockdown is just not enough. You gotta handily beat the champion. So I plan to do everything that it takes to not only knock him down, but win this fight decisively, whether it's on points or a knockout or it gets stopped early, whatever it is. I have to win this IBF title.
Yeah. You just touched on it. Do you think that they could rob you?
I don't have that in my mind. You know what I mean? I think that I'm good enough to beat him on points. Yeah. I think I'm good enough to beat him however way I have to do it, whether that's a dog fight, me pushing him up on the corners and the ropes for 12 rounds, or whether that's me trying to outbox him from the outside. I think I know I have what it takes to beat him. So it's just a matter of me getting in there December 7th and putting it down the way I can. That's it, man. Nobody's in my way but me.
Man, yeah, man, you've got it played up, man. We expect you win. Hopefully we get a post-fight interview as well, man, and
you will definitely get a post-fight interview, man. Thanks a lot for reaching out to me on Facebook, and make sure you do after the fight. If not before then, we'll try to make some things happen before then. Whatever you want, man, I'll do it.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks,
thanks, Shawn.
Man.
Of course.
Yeah, I should. Go on. Make sure you add me on Skype, by the way, as well. Before you go, but go on, European.
I'll add you on Skype. I'll add you on Skype. Whatever information you guys have for me, where I can watch this interview or get it posted on my Facebook pages and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Let me know what's going on, and we'll make some things happen, guys.
You sound like a great lad, Shawn. I mean, you're very respectful. No one's ever called me sir before. So that's brilliant, Shawn, and really good luck on this fight. I think you're going to win it, honestly. From the bottom of my heart, I do think so, and I really hope you do, because Devin, I'm not a big fan, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Thank you. Look, listen, this is my thing. I've watched him extensively over the last year or two. I was, able to get to, I think, 2 of his last 4 fights, I think. The guy's been booed. Get the message out. He ain't got to worry about being booed on December 7th. I'm an exciting fighter. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna make it exciting. And I don't get booed. You like me no matter what. Whatever I'm doing, whether that's me showboating, which I never do, or that's just me banging you out, me using my speed and my quickness, whatever it is, I refuse to be booed. And I've actually been in 2 different arenas, and he's been booed on 2 different occasions, man. I can't handle that. I cannot handle that. He won't be booed on December 7th. Trust me.
Yeah, man. But you're gonna make Cleveland proud, and obviously and make your name proud and make a name for yourself as one of the elite boxers in the world, and we're privileged to talk to you, obviously, on your journey before you get there. So we appreciate your
Thank
time.
you, guys.
Yeah, with time, and hopefully we'll talk to you sometime, probably after your fight. But thanks for the interview, champ.
Yes, sir. You guys have a great morning or night. I'm not even sure what time it is. Thanks for doing the interview.
All right.
It's not morning, me.
I came over. I got to London one time. I think in '07, but I don't even remember. The time zone, the difference, or anything like that. But thanks for making yourselves available to me to do this interview, and we'll get something done soon enough, man. Thank you guys, and have a good one.
All right, man. All right, take care, chap.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
All right, bye.